I think it's just about to start. Yep, here we go. All
All
right.
right.
Up. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Welcome back to E3 2021. We are mere minutes away from the latest from Gearbox software. Guys, what are you hoping to see from Gearbox today? We don't talk about Green Lantern, all right?
Or my instant fantastic.
Okay, I'm sorry, Jackie.
I had to hold them off.
Jackie,
during the
what do you want to
commercial
see?
break.
What do you want to see from Gearbox?
Okay, so two things. Number one, I mean, it's E3. We're all here for video games,
Of
right?
course.
But okay, we got to talk about the movie. I'm
Yes.
super amped for
More
Borderlands.
movie talk.
Huh?
More movie talk.
I know, but did I just say no more movie talk? Okay.
But-
But I do want to see 𝗕𝗨𝗏𝗧𝗘𝗡𝗦 walk out and just be like absolutely stunning and amazing. And then Ain't No Rest for the Wicked. Just
Yes.
On stage, the elephant song, and I just think that would be perfect. That's all I need, just like a little walkout, and then Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what we all want.
Absolutely love Tiny Tina. She is just absolutely nutty in the perfect way, and this is going to be a fantasy epic. So. I just want to see more, and I want to see what they're planning. So
Ain't
that's
no
it.
rest for the wicked.
Just to echo on it,
Na, na,
Tiny Tina
na, na,
Wonderland, I
na.
want to see what they do with the mechanics of Borderlands, and add some new flares in there.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that's what it's based or inspired by, right? That DLC that everybody loved from Borderlands 2, which was Tiny Tina telling you a story.
Yeah.
So to have her,
Narration.
right, and then the fact that
Amazing.
she's the bunker master here, right? And she's going to be telling you this D&D game. That sounds awesome. I want to be a part of that. I'm excited, of course, yes, for the movie because they've shown all the silhouettes for the team. Now let's see what the characters look like. But then also, I think we look past it all the time. The Gearbox publishes a lot of games.
Very true.
So what they could possibly have up their sleeve, what surprises they could have for us today, that's a big part of this equation. Even though we immediately jump to Borderlands.
Yeah.
And when you talk Gearbox, you got to talk about Borderlands. I get it, but I'm excited for this one, Greg.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have to wait any longer. Without further ado, let's turn things over to our friends at Gearbox Software.
Welcome to Gearbox University, where inquisitive minds encounter compelling opportunities. At Gearbox University, our aim is to broaden your intellectual horizons and enrich your global perspective. Gearbox University was founded in 1999, just 15 years after this 80s orientation video was made. We offer numerous degrees across a multitude of fields, including sociopathology,
Sociopathology.
with a European-sounding accent. Gearbox University comprises 3 unique colleges that will place you on whichever path to success is right for you. At the College of Gearbox Software, we can shape you into the looting, shooting vault hunter you've always believed you could be. At the College of Gearbox Publishing, we offer advanced degrees in Norse mythology, projectile meteorology, or regular meteorology. You can even write your thesis on the deification of gravity. Finally, there's the College of whatever the hell else we're doing, with specialties in badass bunkernomics, history of magic, enlarged vehicle maneuvering, and yes, even Hollywood filmmaking. Did you hear we're making a Borderlands movie? It's true. Let's learn more about all the innovative opportunities you can find.
I'm
at Gearbox
excited.
University. Dynamic, pioneering.
I'm excited. Ooh. Wow, it looks amazing.
Everybody, if you don't know me, I'm Randy Pitchford, the founder of the Gearbox Entertainment Company and executive producer of the Borderlands franchise and all of the great games that we do at Gearbox. I am right now on the set of the Borderlands motion picture in development, in production. We're shooting. This is a live soundstage, and I thought, since I'm here, wouldn't it be cool if I walk you around a little bit and show you some of the cool stuff that we're doing? Let me walk you this way. This is a live set. There's guys working on the movie right now in real time. We've been everywhere. We've been in the caves of the caustic caverns. We've been in the desert, in the sand quarries. We've been in the stone quarries, doing all kinds of amazing stuff. Actually, look, this is. Hey, Eli, can I grab you for a second?
Yes.
This is Eli Roth, our director.
Hey everybody.
Eli Roth does good movies.
These are our gamers. And you've got Edgar
I
here.
know. We have so much. He doesn't exist in the game, but he exists in the movie and in real life. It's Edgar Ramirez.
Well, Edgar Ramirez's character Atlas exists hypothetically in the game. We've never met him before in the game or in real life. We're meeting Atlas for the first time in this movie story. I'm so stoked that you're here doing this.
Thank you,
This
man.
is
I'm very happy.
This is going to be a blast.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. You know, look, I feel like we're just getting started. The whole point is to entertain people, and this movie that Eli's making, it's unreal.
I mean, we have. I don't want to say what we're filming, but it's lots of blood, lots of guts. It's totally bonkers, but it's also very Borderlands. I have learned how to twirl a Vlad off.
You know what? I think we should. Let me show this.
Yeah, we could show that.
This is
this is the stunt one. That's
this is video game fans will recognize this is the Infinity. It's a Vladoff Infinity, and you've gotten pretty good at twirling.
Well, they have ones that actually, this one is light, so I can
Ooh.
twirl.
Woo! Woo! Twirling! Twirling!
It's like she can side twirl, she can double twirl.
That's right.
She can do the front twirl.
Isn't it unbelievable how she's brought Lilith to life?
It's
I can't wait
crazy.
for you to see. Like,
Well,
Kate is a god.
I
she's-
saw, everyone's from
Game footage, not Kate Blanchett.
I saw how unbelievably funny she was, and I noticed that she brought out the great dramatic acting in Jack Black, and Jack brought out the great comedy in Kate. She was so into it. She wants to really, understand it from the inside out. Like, what are the powers? Where do they come
It's
from?
wild to watch her walk like Lilith. That blew my mind. She's totally done it.
We want to make a real great science fiction movie. We don't want to just make a great video game adaptation movie. I
Right.
just want it to be a
Well,
great,
that's the key,
a
right?
great You just have to make a great sci-fi movie. Period.
And it's really come to life. So for Borderlands fans who play the video game, if you have people in your lives that you want to introduce to Borderlands but aren't going to play the game with you, this movie's how you do it. You can bring your family, your loved ones, bring them to the movie.
We want this
and
to be-
introduce them to Borderlands.
Yeah,
They're going to love it.
We want this to be like a gateway drug for the non-Borderlands fans. I mean, look, the great thing about the game is there's so much to it that you're telling 80 hours of story every time. I mean, people can live in the world, so we have to create a different experience. And the experience has to be thrilling in a different way and exciting.
Yeah. I get that.
Easily the best cast I've ever worked with, but like just a world.
Jack Black's Claptrap, Kevin Hart's Roland, Ariana Grande, Tina Florent, Creed, Tina Gerhan, Mad Moxie.
Florian is killing it.
Ariana is Tiny Tina.
She's
Kevin
doing
is
amazing.
Roland. I mean, Kevin is a man on a mission.
I can't believe
like he's
watching
playing like
Kevin
a full action star.
Such an amazing
I
cast.
think he's really going to surprise people. I think Kevin's over there actually, and I know Lisa is trying. Lisa, our
trying to
first
get a
AD.
shot. You go get him.
You go to work.
I'm gonna-
All right, come with me, guys. Come with me. I'm going to see if I can find Ari and one of the producers and Emmy. The Arods are legendary. Hey, Ari. Can I interrupt you, man? Guys, this is Emmy and Ari from Arad Productions. Ari Arad has made a whole bunch of awesome movies. You're probably familiar with the Arads from Marvel, right? Because Avi Arad was the founder and the CEO of Marvel Studios, and they created a movie called Spider-Man, and then Iron Man. I believe you're the executive producer.
Yeah, I worked on that one.
You worked on, and then the X-Men, and then the Avengers, and I think it's gone from there. These are the most successful movies of all time for comic books. And the pitch you gave me was, hey, that was cool. We figured it out with comic books. We think that video games are the next frontier of this. And
Oh, absolutely. Totally agree with him on that one.
And you were really flattering. And how was I to you? I was kind of kind of a jerk, wasn't it?
You made us work for it.
It's hard to make a game that's into a movie
Hit up from Hollywood people all the time.
because they're experiencing it, and you need to really make the movie completely different but the same at the same time, so that way it's kind of
And I didn't want. I wanted to.
an
make sure
experience that they
on
they
the film side,
aren't comparing it to.
It was with people that cared about our universe, cared about our fans, and cared about the character and the worlds that we created, and was going to actually develop it. Not just, a lot of these guys will collect options and just throw it at studios, just see where they can get business done. And I probably beat you up for like 2 years plus.
Oh yeah.
We called it dating for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. I remember.
You remember we were dating for years. Yes. And but we did a deal, and it's been a long road.
Yeah, but you know what? We're here and we're psyched, and it's been worth it. It feels like we used that time pretty well.
I can't believe it.
And we're really proud of where we're at.
It's pretty amazing. So we're more than halfway done with the shooting.
Ooh.
We're about 2/3 of the way done. Oh, look at this. We got Eli again.
We have a really funny shot
Oh yeah.
with the trash. We should be shooting it behind the scenes.
I was told that we
I
can't.
don't think we can give it away, but I think
Did I just press buttons I shouldn't have?
behind the scenes, we should get it.
Oh. So I'll tell you what, you guys. This is Eli. This is Ari. Oh, don't look that way. We can't. No, this way. Look this way. We can't show. Yes. I don't want to. Okay. So.
Hey,
guys,
Kratzy.
it's going to be an amazing E3. Borderlands the film.
How
is
are
gonna be
you?
Absolutely incredible. We've got some cool stuff to show you. I know some of you are interested in seeing more about the new game that we have announced, and learning more from Gearbox Publishing. So you're going to get all that.
Yes, it did come through. Did you not hear me say hello back?
Since we're digital, we're going to do it this way.
Just-
Thank you guys, and I'll catch you later. Cheers.
I keep hearing people entering and hopping in and out of the chat.
Innovative courses offered by Gearbox University. Make sure you check out Borderlands Science by solving the puzzles.
Oh yes, I remember this one.
Research studying the human gut microbiome. For you freshmen in the audience, here's our leading scientist, 𝗕𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗦𝗦.
By playing Borderlands 3, you can contribute to real-world scientific research that helps
Good.
real people.
Early morning.
Directly helping our
Are you
scientists
excited for anything in particular with Borderlands? Gearbox?
You too can be the conductor of the poop train. And while you'll reap in-game
I
rewards when you play, the real
I will have it up on YouTube if you want to check it out after.
better place. Gearbox University. We're not even charging tuition for this.
They're bringing out a new Avatar.
The Homeworld game started in the mid-90s. It would be the first ever truly 3D RTS. So that was a big deal in, the late 90s.
Yes, Resident 6 Extinction, not Resident 6, Rainbow Six Extinction looks amazing too. Here it is, Tiny Tina.
Fate. It soars on the wind. It rises from the grave. It stalks the ocean floor. You cannot hide from fate. But you can make your own.
It's a great cast, man.
quick question. We're not talking about yet, right?
That is correct.
It's my favorite. Hi, I'm 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗡𝗘𝗦, and I'm senior producer on Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. So what's really unique about Wonderlands is it's a looter shooter, which is, you know, pretty classic for Gearbox software, but for the first time ever, we're setting it in a brand
I'm
new
excited
fantasy
to
environment.
check out
Even
these.
though
It's a really good
the content we've made before,
bunch of
Assault on Dragon's Keep fan favorite.
Roll for initiative, suckers!
It's a completely standalone plot, new set of characters with some nods to the past, but if you've never played a Borderlands game before, you can absolutely jump right in and enjoy it just as much.
fire dragons.
We're absolutely excited to talk about all of our new enemy types. So that is one of our wyvern enemies. You will absolutely be fighting them. They're not your average wyvern. So of course we've got goblins.
They say dragon, but dragons and wyverns are completely different.
Make them our own. Thank you so much.
Dragons have 4, wyverns have got 2. Like wyverns walk on their wings.
Social channels to find out the latest and greatest news. Enjoy the rest of the show.
This franchise has been around for so long.
We're going back to Homeworld. It's like they're going all over the place.
Looking at like, well, Homeworld 3, this has to happen.
Which I guess is smart, because people are going to stick around to see what they want.
The giants have come to Midgard, and you have been chosen by the gods to protect this realm. But your first task is to find some new clothes that aren't as drafty. Your tribe's journey starts in the wilderness. Hunt down pets, gather rare resources, and explore the untamed world.
It's clever.
Once you've plundered all you can carry,
It's clever.
return to your village and use those resources to forge Viking-worthy gear. You must protect the seed of Yggdrasil.
This one looks cool.
Or this world and everything in it will be destroyed forever. So take heed. Ahead things rise when the sun sets. Destroy these dark spirits before they destroy the seed. Each victorious knight makes way for a new day, to venture into new lands, build to greater heights, and face fiercer creatures. And with great risk comes great rewards. But be careful, you're of little use to Midgard squashed by a troll. Craft legendary weapons, build deadly defenses, and grow the strength of your tribe, because those giants are on their way. And it's time for us to end their path of destruction. Let's show them our might is greater than their height. As the saying goes, Valhalla! Can't wait!
Hello everyone, my name is 𝗕𝗏. I'm the creative director at Northfell. We're just under 2 months away from finally launching our upcoming 10-player co-op action RPG, Tribes of Midgard, and deliver it to you on July 27th on PS5, PS4, and Steam. In Tribes of Midgard, you play as an 𝗘𝗨𝗕𝗏, a glorious Viking hero that's been returned to Midgard in order to protect the seed of Yggdrasil, the World Tree. Every time you start a new run, you would
I love his shirt. Look at those runes on it.
gather some resources, fight enemies, and return to your village in order to craft better equipment and tools to help you survive. You can also upgrade and fortify your village, because each night, creatures from hell will emerge from the depth to attack your tree. Make it through the night to go back out to raid enemy camps, dwell in caves, take part in events, go on quests, build anywhere, and of course, loot countless items to gain experience and level up your Viking. We now have 8 classes in the game, each with their own abilities, specificities, and playstyle. As you gain experience, you level up to unlock even more skills, which you can then combine with dozens of runes for over-the-top results. But those nightly creatures aren't even your biggest threat. You must get ready and prepare for your biggest challenge, and I mean biggest challenge to date. Every couple of days, a giant will emerge and walk
Oh.
towards your village with the intent of destroying it.
Oh.
You must stop it and take it down, whatever the cost. Otherwise, it's game over. You can of course play Tribes of Midgard completely on your own, but we highly recommend that you bring along 9 friends to thrive together. We cannot wait to share more information about this ever-growing epic saga in the weeks to come. In the meantime, you can already pre-order the game right now to earn exclusive items and be among the first to defend Midgard against Ragnarok. Because as they say, Valhalla can wait. Thanks for watching. 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗦𝗡𝗘𝗦.
At Gearbox University, it's not all textbooks and calculators. Sometimes we like to kick back and have a little fun. A good sense of humor is of vital importance if you want to succeed in these halls. Here's a list of sensible wisecracks you might hear when you're exploring our campus. Why did the tribe of Midgard cross the road? To get to the 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗧𝗘𝗏. Knock knock. Who's there? The commando. The commando who? I don't know. What are you axing me for? Welcome to the Home World Diner. Our special today is the dessert of 𝗘𝗨𝗦. Help! I've God fallen, and I can't get up. 𝗕𝗨𝗏, Tiny Tina, and Mad Moxie walk into a bar. Wait, I think Moxie owns the bar, so why would she be walking in? She'd already be there. And is Tiny Tina old enough to drink? Maybe it doesn't matter in space. Also, what's the punchline? And how is 𝗕𝗏𝗏 walking in? I want to say he counts. Okay, we'll work on this before we submit to E3. Gearbox University. Our comedy school is a 2-year degree.
Macros thinks the war is over. But our fight has just begun. Our duty is to carry the burden of war.
Or just savor the victory.
Oof, he looks big and mean.
Fun is death, when death is the end of our fun.
The darkness has breached reality. It is time, my champion.
What's this one? Oh, Shiloh, you big sook. This game. Well, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, what is it all about? It looks interesting, not gonna lie.
We both know how this is going to end. Time for your madness to end, brother. I was never just your brother. I am your god.
I am your god. Oh, Godfall! I've never played Godfall before.
Greetings, everyone. My name is 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗏, and I'm the senior technical producer at Counterplay Games. First and foremost, on behalf of everyone at CPG...
Oh, Tiny Tina Ones, absolutely. Absolutely. I would love it. That would be lots of fun, not gonna lie.
Godfall just launched in November of last year. Our developers have been hard at work ever since. In fact, this past February, we launched the massive Primal update, which included new content such as additional rooms in Tower of Trials, Primal gear, ascension levels, and much, much more. But I'm excited to announce today that on August 10th, we will be launching Godfall on the PlayStation 4. Not only that, but owning Godfall on the PS4 entitles you to a free PS5 upgrade, and we will support cross-gen play, so PS4 and PS5 users can seamlessly co-op together. And if you've been struggling in the Ascended Tower of Trials, don't worry, we're adding matchmaking. But really, matchmaking and the PS4 edition are just the tip of the iceberg, because we are so excited to launch our first ever expansion, which we've entitled Fire and Darkness. Fire and Darkness will take players into the Fire Realm for the first time ever, where they'll be met with new challenges, enemies, bosses, trophies, cosmetics, and so much more. But alongside Fire and Darkness, we're also releasing a free content update, which we're calling the Lightbringer Update. The main component of the Lightbringer Update is a new endgame loop, which we're calling Lightbringer. In Lightbringer, players will fight off the darkness that threatens Epirion and be rewarded with a new loot type, Cursed Loot. Cursed Loot will challenge the player to complete particular objectives in order to lift the curse and awaken them. Basically, if you thought Primal Gear was tough, you ain't seen nothing yet. And then, of course, we want to make fashion the forefront of Godfall, so we have added a huge library of Lightbringer Update and the expansion alike, all of which can be unlocked by simply completing objectives in the game. Thank you so much for your time today. It is an honor to be speaking here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your E3.
There's a really unique tone and vibe and feel to Homeworld that hasn't been emulated since.
I feel like Homeworld would be something that James would be interested in. Ah.
It's not a remaster. It is Homeworld 3. It is the next Homeworld.
We're glad you've chosen Gearbox University for your higher education endeavors. As you engage in your academic pursuits, don't forget to try out our extracurricular activities. Show off your shutterbug talents in the photography club. Make lasting connections in our chapter houses. Or if you're a boring person, you can always try out for the debate team. We also have sporting events. But
I remember that! Keeper and I did that one. That was hilarious.
Be sure to follow us on social media, where you'll occasionally find free shift codes, as well as news and announcements about our latest scholastic offerings. Gearbox University, we can shape your future, because thinking for yourself is hard. Now, go buy all our games.
We're back. I hope you guys had an awesome presentation from all the Gearbox games in development and Gearbox publishing products coming.
Here we go.
Listen, I'm standing outside Kevin Hart's trailer door. I'm just gonna. You guys want to meet him? I think he wants to meet you guys. Let's see if he opens. Hey Kevin, you got a minute? Borderlands fans, meet Kevin Hart.
How you guys doing, man? Pretty pumped up right now to meet you guys. Randy, you should tell them actually how big I am in person. It's a great opportunity.
I'm 6'3", and
yeah, they can get a good grasp of how much height I put on for this role.
Freaking awesome! Like you don't understand. Like you're a freaking action hero.
Thank you, man.
This is amazing watching you work.
You know
you're
what?
blowing my mind.
I'm going to say I'll one-up you. I'll say it's amazing for me to have the opportunity to portray the character of Roland, of course, who you're very familiar with, because this is your creation. I think the biggest and best thing is the surprise that you guys are going to be in for. Because you got no idea what I'm doing or how I'm doing or why I'm doing it. You got no idea the level that I came in at. You got no idea how much preparation I decided to put into this particular character in this role. You got no idea. You got no idea. You don't even know what's under this jacket. You got no idea. My job is to come in, not only be prepared, but to shock. And I think right now this is what we're doing.
We are doing it. I've seen some pretty like
it's intense.
It's no one's ever seen you like this before.
No, I can honestly say, man, Eli is doing such a phenomenal job.
He's directing. It's also fun to work with him. Like he's working his ass off. Well, everyone's working their ass off.
Absolutely. You got an amazing cast. Kate, Jamie.
Oh, I love that shot. That shot is amazing.
You put an amazing group of people together. So, shouts out to you, your team at Gearbox. Shouts out to Lionsgate, for seeing that this is something that could be phenomenal. Shouts out to the world of Pandora knowers. You guys that know and love this world, I promise you, You're going to be in complete awe when you see how real we have made it become from a place of visual. You know, you're going to believe that you're in this place with us. So,
wow, you're making me cry, man.
Dope,
My eyes are welling up.
No,
hey, thank you,
dope.
man. Yeah, I appreciate you taking a minute to introduce yourself to our fans.
No problem. I'm going back in here in the weight room.
I'll see you later.
Got a weight room in here. Just rolling lifts weights in between things. You know why later.
Take it easy, Kevin. Thanks, man. Holy crap, you guys. This is, I can't wait for you to see this movie. It won't be long, but we still got a lot of work to do. We're a little bit more than halfway done with production. And but you know what? Back at home at Gearbox, all the great people that created this universe that I'm here representing on behalf of all the talent at Gearbox, we're hard at work making new stuff. So check this out, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers, everybody.
It'll be interesting to see how Jack Black does Claptrap's voice, because it is very computery. Oh, Shiloh, what's your matter, baby girl? You're waking up now, are ya? You slowly waking up, are ya? Let me move my shit out of the road. That's it?
And the Gearbox presentation is a wrap, and my goodness.
Whoa, that's it? Really?
It's like, you get to carry all the weight this time. I get to just look at it and go, hey guys, how you doing? Good to see you.
Oh, I thought that there'd be a little bit more.
I don't even know where to start. Let's start with Tiny Tina.
What a tease!
I know.
I'm greedy. I want more.
Yeah, I thought they'd be a bit longer than half an hour.
I cannot believe it's only half an hour.
Oh, I
Granted,
know.
Gearbox is a smaller developer than Ubisoft.
Yeah, true.
So they don't have as many kind of big games that they've published that they're releasing soon.
Yep, yeah. So, what was your?
I love seeing more about the movie. That was
Yes. Oh my god, I'm super excited for the movie now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm interested to see. You know, like when I saw the cars popped up, I was like, "Oh, that looks good. He's awesome. He's awesome. He's awesome. She's awesome. They're all really awesome in their own rights." And now they're all kind of, Shiloh, stop being antisocial and come and sit down over here with me. Sorry, Shiloh decided she wanted to move.
We were just saying that they might have to do some camera tricks for Kevin Hart because
he is very short, yeah.
And it's I can't unsee Roland being the same height as Lilith, and Kevin Hart is not the same height.
No, not at all. Maybe they'll put like some stuff in his shoes to kind of give him a bit more height.
I said they're going to give him stilts.
Um,
I have to question the story because
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis is playing Tannis, Kate Blanchett's playing Lilith, and you've got Kevin Hart playing Roland. The way the story is going to work, the two lovely ladies are a lot older. So that means their characters are going to be older, but if their characters are older,
spoiler alert for anyone who's
Borderlands 3.
spoiler alert for anyone who's actually not finished Borderlands 3. It can't be that Lilith is older.
I know, right? Because that's not, unless this is kind of gonna do a bit of a between this game and Borderlands 4 whenever that whenever
Yeah.
they decide that that's a thing.
I think it would be exciting.
This is proof that Lilith didn't die.
I think it would be exciting if they did like a before kind of thing, like a pre Borderlands type of thing. Because my biggest fear with the movie is and my biggest fear with any game that they make into a movie is like they're going. A game is not like a comic book. A comic book you read, there's a story, it's easy to make into a movie. A game is something that people experience. You need to really get that experience to come through on the movie, and it's really hard to do, which is why a lot of game movies flop, because they can't get that same experience for the gamers on the screen. So what they need to do with Borderlands is to use the lore and create a new story for them to experience. So that way it's not kind of, you know.
Yeah. I'm thinking with Roland, because 𝗕𝗏𝗏 doesn't look as mature, not mature. Well, you know what I mean. Doesn't look as mature or older as the other two. And you know, you can do some things with make up for dudes.
Absolutely,
like
yeah.
Reducing of age and whatever. But what if they're using him as actually flashbacks of Roland?
Yeah,
so he's
true.
Not going to be part of the
I mean,
kind of
that saying too, they could do the same thing with Cate Blanchett. And Lilith.
Flash forwards?
Flashbacks.
I don't know, I'm not sure she could achieve the younger look. I'm worried about the age thing. That's all. I'm not sure how. Like, Cate Blanchett doesn't look her age, but she certainly doesn't look the age that you would expect Lilith and that to be.
Yeah.
If they're going to keep Kevin as you know, not they're going to keep Kevin. They're halfway through the damn thing.
I'm excited to see how Jack Black is going to sound as Claptrap, because Claptrap does have that very mechanical kind of sound.
I think he's got the energy, the chaoticness.
Oh, absolutely. I think having Jack Black as Claptrap is a great choice. But I'm just excited to see how they're going to do, how he's going to do the voice.
I think they might do a slight tweak to his voice with a modifier, but it won't be much, because they'll really want you to get the chaoticness that Jack Black brings.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Change it just a bit to give you the metal twang to remind you, yes, he is a robot.
Yeah.
Just like they kind of twanged Bradley Cooper's voice a little bit, and even Vin Diesel's voice for Groot.
True, because Vin Diesel doesn't sound like Groot at all when you listen to it.
Right?
I had no idea it was Groot until I looked it up.
I thought what's his name? Rocket was actually Bruce Willis, and then I found out it was Bradley Cooper. I'm like, what?
Kratzy says he thinks his voice could do it without any tech.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
He will just practice.
Just leave it. I was age-shaming there, yes, Dragon. I think once I understand the story, I might be able to see it better.
My biggest concern with the movie is I'm going to get all hyped up for it, and then it's going to be a letdown. And I don't want it to be a letdown, because I've lived the Borderlands games. So Kratzy was saying that Tiny Tina the Wonderlands one is something that I would play. Are you looking at buying it when it comes out?
Yeah, next year I'll be playing that. I'm definitely going to.
What's the date that it comes out? What date did they say it was coming out again?
Early 2022.
So that's exciting. I think it will be really exciting.
March,
and
around there,
the people in it, the stars in it, are all amazing people too.
And the fact that it's going to have new characters again, it's like,
absolutely. I'm excited to see Andy. What's his name? Andy
Sandberg.
Yeah, and who he plays and how, because he's hilarious. I think he's hilarious.
Juice in my pants.
But yeah, and I got a little bit annoyed in one part of it where they were when one of the people were talking, like not in the actual show of it, but there was a person who works for Gearbox, and they were talking about Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and they're like, oh, you get to see fire dragons. The wyverns are this, this, and this, and this, and I'm like, no, man, dragons and wyverns are completely different things.
Yeah, I didn't care.
Dragons have 4 feet. Wyverns walk on their wings.
I'm curious to see exactly what they're going to do with the mechanics, whether they're going to change it, whether they're going to bring in, because they said something and I was like, oh, it kind of reminds me of like Mario Party. I thought I heard something that made me think of dice rolling and playing with friends and stuff like that.
Oh no, don't make Wonderlands like that. No, it needs to be a typical. Like I see what you're saying, because I have heard someone, was it you? I think you were saying it was very D&D kind of esque. I'm kind of hoping they keep it with the normal Borderlands style. I like the way that Borderlands is, but I like them to kind of tweak it. I like the fact that we're exploring a fantasy world rather than a, you know, even though I know Borderlands world itself is its own little fantasy, but like I like dragons and magic and stuff, so having that
You said
is gonna
dragons. I'm like, you're bragging? What are you bragging
be... what else was there? Tribes of Midgard looked really cool.
Yeah, we were talking about it as if it was kind of like a mixture of RuneScape, Valheim, you know, Conan,
Ark,
just all these, all those
but
kinds
top
of games.
down type ones.
League of Legends also. I felt League.
Yes,
of Legends.
yes, I did get a League of Legends feel as well.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of those games that you're going to have to put a lot of hours into, because I was listening to him and he's like saying, and it's a great idea because it keeps the game fresh, but they were saying about the giant bosses that arrive on a regular basis to take out your base. Kind of like with Conan and the Purge and stuff that you kind of have regularly. So I feel like it's going to be one of those games you have to invest a lot of money in. I don't know if I'll end up buying it because of that reason, because I've got so many games that I haven't played, or so many games that I already have lots of hours that I'm, you know, doing in, that I just want to kind of, I won't get it for that reason, but yeah.
Dragon's definitely really interested in it.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
It looks great.
Cool. I like the graphic, like the graphic style of it. It's
yeah, me too.
cartoony.
Yeah, it's very cartoony-y, kind of. Yeah, I really liked it.
And origami. Yeah, like I said, it kind of reminds me of origami. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I didn't see that until you said that.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, you know, it does though. It does have an origami feel. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. Wow, it's so bright outside.
And Godfall. I didn't even realize that Godfall looked like that, and it was, you know, such a. It looks really cool. I'm gonna have to look into it more.
Yeah. It came out in November last year, and I was saying to Chad, like, has that come out yet, or is this just me? And they were clarifying for me that yes, it is on PC, but they're finally releasing it for console now. I'm like,
So I'm gonna have to have a look into that one. Although there's a lot of people that believe it's not worth the money that it costs, so maybe I'll kind of put it on a wish list and get it when it's a bit cheaper. From what I've googled, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
What are you looking at now?
I was looking at something and on my VODs page, and it was like, there's solo performance. Do you want to build a snowmod that's exclusive for subscribers only? And I'm like, but I've never made anything exclusive for subscribers.
Yeah, no, me either.
Just gonna delete that. I don't care about you.
Wait, where was it?
Bye. Oh my god. Yeah. So if you were to rate it, you know.
Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, I think because Gearbox does a lot of like those fighting type games, and I'm more of a story-based game. I liked the way that Gearbox did their presentation in that they gave snippets here and there. So they did it in a way that people had to kind of watch all the way through to see what they wanted to see, because they didn't give it all the way at once. And I think that is really smart. In the way of games that I'm excited for, Tiny Tina, Wonderlands, and Borderlands were the only thing that came out of there that I was going like, oh my god, this is really exciting. So I'd probably maybe give it a C- compared to Ubisoft.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a full C. I think but I think there's sort of the fact that they only had a half-hour showcase compared to Ubisoft's. I feel like that's sort of like, I'm not meaning to, but my heart is unfairly weighing that against them. It's like, no, I want more, even though they're not as big studio as as the other one. I still like, I'm greedy. I'm a whore. I want more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon just said some good things, but not real enough info gameplay.
Yeah, I agree.
I
I agree, Dragon.
Gameplay for Tiny Tina, but maybe they're holding that off, and not for a showcase later on, but as to a here's the tasting. They've only hinted at this is coming. Here's a tasting for it. But you'll need to wait for more. But I feel like they're going to have to give us some gameplay in 3 or 4 months' time, because 3 or 4 months' time after that, it's meant to be coming out roughly. So
I liked, but found it very frustrating how, like when they had the Tiny Tina person in the background, they had the character in front of her. They were trying to stop you from seeing things, so anytime that something was really, really exciting, they're like, no, and I loved the way that they did that. It was frustrating because I just wanted to see it, but at the same time, it was, I think they were very, very clever with the way that they created their presentation. I do.
I think theirs was more fun.
It was very much a fun presentation. I do agree.
They put effort into creating something a bit more, like the fact that it's a university and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was more of
I enjoyed that.
It was more of like it was more than just here's us talking to developers, here's our first shows. It was more of a entertainment kind of thing than it was just a here it is, this is what we're doing, And I've always felt that Gearbox and 2K have done really well with that kind of thing. They've always been very much about the making it an entertainment thing as opposed to just showing it as it is,
Yeah.
But yeah.
There was a thing where Randy was going across backstage somewhere, whatever, and Randy popped in and the Discord notification went off.
Oh, I heard that. I heard that too.
I looked at Discord.
Me
and
too.
I'm like, what? And then it popped up on screen that Eli Roth has joined the conversation or whatever. And then when he left, the Discord sound went off again. And I'm like, you pricks! I honestly thought someone was in Discord joining us, even though we were muted.
Me too. I've like looked at it and I've gone, who joined our Discord?
And then they're like, oh no, you can't look over here. And I'm like, right, I'm clipping this. See if I can go back and find what they're trying to hide.
Yeah.
I've literally got it.
People will like go back and rewatch this and all that kind of stuff. I'll probably go back and rewatch it as well and see if I can find some little, snippets that you don't see when you're trying to. Yeah.
Yeah, no, see, it was just there, just out of frame. You just can't, they were
So wait, what?
It's a person with red, oh, it was Cate Blanchett!
Where? I'm looking at your stream.
It's Cate Blanchett because it's got the red hair and Lilith's the only one that has red hair. You can just see her, this is my head, just there in the background.
Can I see the, can you send us the clip?
I deleted the clips because I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough.
So I'm sitting in front of me at the moment.
Yeah, I'm watching your stream. For those who, hang on, let me just, for those who are not sure what's going on, I'm going to show you, with Cooper's.
I'm sitting right there.
Thingy. So, hang on.
Right there.
So she's like saying, here is Lilith. Does that look like her real hair? I'd love to see how they do the two shading.
It's the cell shading stuff. No, definitely not her own hair for sure.
the kind of like
because it's quite
like captures the
big
proportions of
on
the
her.
outfits.
But yeah, so that's it's red hair. I feel like that was Kate
I'm
Blanchett.
sick of hearing about things that you love. If you're not going to bring
But
anything,
even though you can only see the back of her, like we haven't seen any color shots yet.
No,
We've
we
only seen
haven't. We
outline,
haven't.
Like, shadowed shots.
We haven't seen
So
any.
maybe they were like, "Oh, sugar, we've done that wrong."
Any E3 ever.
And then
Yeah,
they blur it out.
I've been a long time Legend of Zelda fan.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe they thought no one would go back and be like, "Ooh, what was there?" But I was
I also agreed with the assessment that they needed to change things up.
Yeah.
They're going to change things up, and they delayed Breath of the Wild because they're like, we found a new way of doing things. We're going to.
That's exciting.
Didn't really believe it.
Good catch. Good catch.
But yeah, I just wanted to see stuff.
It might be the
Good
best
catch.
anything ever. Period. I don't know. Honestly, it's almost just like good film.
Side try.
They know.
So that's it for our presentations today.
Homeworld 3, but they didn't tell you guys anything about it. Yeah, I'd never heard of Homeworld.
Me either. I'm not a big fan of space games though. But I looked at it and I was like, that looks like something that James would play. James loves his space
I didn't
stuff.
know what RTS was, and then Dragon's like real-time strategy. I'm like,
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I'm just looking up now. Homeworld is an RTS game set in space.
It's not just about video games, Jeff, and trailers and demos. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's just
I'm
about
not very into spacey stuff either.
Me either.
of the Reginator from 2004.
Me either.
But yeah, James would probably like that. You're right.
My name is Reggie.
But I had fun tweeting while it was happening. I apologize to those people who have just been bombarded by my tweets.
Oh yeah, I've been tweeting like crazy too.
He invented the Bigfoot pizza, I think. So of course.
I actually saw somebody do something really smart where they did them in a little tweet one after the other instead of being separate tweets. They were all kind of linked together. And I was like, man, I should have done that 5 tweets ago.
I didn't.
But yeah.
I got it. I cracked it.
Alright.
Before people get mad, we
Oh, I'm excited.
If ever there was a sequel that
I'm excited for that.
It was Halo 2 after Halo 1 came out. It was a very big deal.
This is the game that made me get an Xbox. I got an Xbox for Halo 2. Absolutely.
Oh my
That's
God.
it for what's on though. There's two. The next one's a games beats session, and I don't know what that's all about. So
Yeah. I feel like I might grab a little bit of something to chew on, and then I'm gonna head back to bed for a couple hours. Then hop back up again. It hasn't started raining here, but it's well overcast, so I feel like rain won't be too far away.
Absolutely.
But it's definitely. I can't believe it's nearly 8 o'clock.
I know, right? I've been up since like 3:30. I didn't mean to get up at 3:30. I woke up and I swear I heard Fenrir cry out, and I've woken up and I've like gone over to her room and I've like gone, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like shaking her a little bit, and she's like totally out to it, like nothing, she's like not answering at all. And I'm like, okay, well, she must be okay. And then Charlotte wanted to go out, and then HelloFresh was already out there, so I put that away, and so I'm just like,
Jeez, you actually got up way early, and I was 10 minutes before I was due to start stream. I woke up finally. I'm like, oh shit, mate.
I even set up a new
Get back to the computer.
overlay. This is the press. Hello, somebody else is here. Hello. What's up?
Morning.
What's wrong? Yes, I did shake you in your sleep. Cooper says good morning. She's waving. Yes, because I thought I heard you cry out. I was being a caring mama. She's like, don't shake me in my sleep. How dare you shake me in my sleep?
Oh wow, Panda TV and Panda's sleeping. I can't believe you can actually
Wait,
stream
what?
people sleeping now.
I know. One of my friends got into super. Oh yeah, he's doing one of those thingamabobbies. When that dude did that long ass stream thing. I think he's trying to do something like that.
time, and it's Metal
Oh
Gear
my
Solid
god,
2.
he's on day 12, 275 plus hours of stream.
I mean, probably the best
Yeah.
PlayStation game.
Excuse me?
I feel like that
That's
dude.
amazing.
I feel like that dude.
You have to understand, like, at this point, the fact that we're seeing raindrops like bouncing off of objects,
It's now made it unhealthy. Like 24-hour streams are fucking hard. I've done 24-hour streams. Way back when I first started, and they're fucking hard. They're not something that, you know. Not impressed. You're not impressed with what, 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗦𝗡𝗘𝗦?
I do.
But yeah, I just feel like it just pushes. It's just pushing other people to go, hey, this person got so many subs because they did that, so I'm gonna jump on it. Like, not that I thought that I think Max Panda would do that kind of thing, but I feel like that's what a lot of people. Oh yeah, she's not impressed that she was she was being shaken.
I'm impressed, yeah.
I just feel I'm worried it's gonna make it an unhealthy expectation, you know, and not everybody is gonna have the same results that guy did, because he was the initial person to do it, so it's not gonna have the same impact. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But anyway.
But, it's interesting also, not that I want to sit there and watch someone sleep, but just popping in for a moment and be like, oh, that's how you sleep. I'd love to see him, you know, in his sleep, pick his nose or something like that.
Yeah.
Just to be like, you know, oh, wow, that's gross. Did you know you do that in your sleep? Or burp or fart, just hear things.
Oh, I would be like...
I actually sleep sitting up for the most part.
A few other systems after that, but
in an angle.
You know, the writing was on the wall.
I believe that
would be weird. People are like, how is she sleeping like that?
Yeah. 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗡𝗘𝗦 says, I believe that's
like,
not health.
I'm afraid of a sleep boner.
A sleep boner. 𝗘𝗪𝗡 says, I believe that's not health streaming that long. Next, it will class as a medical condition soon and try suing streaming platforms and sponsors, etc. Yeah. I would be afraid of the same thing too, Gradient. If I was a guy, I'd be so worried about a sleep boner. Not gonna lie.
That's gonna do it for us, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the show. I hope
but
it
yeah.
didn't keep you too long.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go have something to eat.
Right now and you're confused. Good.
Yeah, me too. I think I'll head off and go get food. But I will probably catch you tomorrow morning as well, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do the same sort of thing if you like.
Yeah, between each of the things and afterwards we can have a bit of a chat. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
thanks
good.
for hanging out.
Alright.
Bye everyone in Vic's chat.
Bye Cooper's chat.
Bye.
Alright. It tracks the wrong... Yeah. It does, 𝗘𝗪𝗡𝗧, it does. It tracks the wrong type of people.
Hi, I'm 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏, and
I'm just gonna get rid of this E3 thing.
And people will respond to that. And also...
So what are you excited for, 𝗘𝗪𝗡𝗧? Did you see anything on that one that you were excited for? Well, I'll get rid of that and that and that. Oh, Lord. I'm going to have some yummy, yummy eggs, I think. Alright, so our next stream is at 2 AM for Bethesda Xbox One. If you go to YouTube, you will find it. Let me just look for the link. So if you go to here, you can set up your link. Well, go to bed. Oh, bed. I would not really take me a while when they do call it before they showcase or read up. Xbox will be one I'm looking forward to too. Time is at 2. I'm starting at 2:30. I believe it starts at 3. So that one is one I'm looking forward to. I may or may not reschedule our Dark Side Detective stream that we have at 11 because it's now 8 and I kind of am, yeah, I'm kind of like, maybe not, you know. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, yeah, that's about it really. We've got some pretty cool clips, and then I'm gonna just leave it instead of hosting because basically people were hanging out to watch something, so we won't go on a raid just because it's easy. It's everybody would have been here to watch that, and nobody will be watching anything of that anymore because that was the last one. But if you're hanging around, thank you for hanging out. I'll just post in my socials if you haven't checked them out. I'm very active in Discord and Twitter. I'm trying to find a way to end this stream, but it's taking forever. Same goes with yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, but enjoy these clips and I shall see you guys tomorrow.